Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing a cute little streaming amplifier from Arcam, the Arcam Solo Uno. Now Arcam have been producing their sort of smaller, perhaps lifestyle systems, and they've been calling them Solo. They did a CD and Blu-ray version. This is a streaming amplifier designed to kind of cover off a few of those emerging things that we're all doing nowadays. It's a lovely, elegant box, like really cute and really compact, yet really, really feature-rich. To name but a few, it does Chromecast, it's AirPlay2. It's a Roon endpoint, it'll do Tidal Connnect, Spotify Connect, and of course it's a classic UPnP Streamer. It'll also do MQA. One of the reasons I'm sharing this with you today is that when it was initially launched, this product perhaps was a little bit ho-hum. But so many of these products are now not hardware specific, but software driven, that an amazing software update has been available, and it's made these products just awesome, absolutely stunning. And it's cute, it's little. It means it doesn't matter if it's out on display somewhere, it's not going to attract attention or look ugly. It's not some whacking great product, and it also means it's compact enough. It could be in a cupboard to provide music and in-ceiling speakers for kitchens or dining rooms or other elegant areas of the home. So, let's have a look. Arcam Solo Uno. Here it is. Little box, because this is a delicate little product. It's got Arcam logo on a basic brown box. And then scannable information associated with the model, the serial numbers, etc., along with the colour, which in this instance is black. Opening them is really, really straightforward. I mean, it's simple packing tape, so very, very easy. The first box reveals a second inner box with a little bit more of the things explained on the packaging. So this now has a line drawing or pictorial of the product itself, implying again MQA and Chromecast built in and AirPlay and other things along those lines. It supports both wired and wireless networks as well. Again, information associated with the serial number, as well as a few other specifications on one edge. Arcam branding. And then getting into this part is very straightforward. It's a simple enough cardboard flap. Opening it and having a look, we first see inlaid in the soft protective closed cell foam the manual, user manual, operation manual, setup guide, as well as the Wi-Fi antenna. Now the manual's actually, like all Arcam products, actually really, really comprehensive, and kind of uniquely they've put the serial number on the manual as well. Should unfortunately get burgled or something along those lines, if you've kept the manual, which is typically in a drawer somewhere, it shows the serial number to be able to identify the product should that ever happen. The closed cell foam is very easy to remove because it's sort of pre-tapped with a hole. Okay, and it fits extremely snugly around all of the rest of the accessories. So there's a brown box, and in that we see a traditional figure 8 power cord with a New Zealand plug on one end. The product itself, as you can see, is quite compact. It's protected by another layer of that sort of poly bag. Okay. Now, the bag itself, very easy to open again. It's just sellotape, so simple enough nick. Now, we get to see this elegant thing for the first time. Firstly, it's two-tone with a little bit of shine, a little bit of matte. It looks stunning. The front buttons in operation is part of its elegance as well. You've got a main power switch in the centre. You've got some status lights associated with its network and basic status as far as standby on and off. And then above it we've got a minus and a negative as far as volume, and then mute. Again, beautifully styled. I mean, it's quite a small little product, but it's weighty, really, really weighty. The top surface is actually the heatsink for the amplification as well. So they've thought about this from a design but also function perspective. And I hope the light catches the fact that it's got an Arcam logo in the centre as well. It's not very deep, And again, that two-tone elegance is very obvious. Looking at the bottom for a moment, we see the model and serial number information, but this big rubber pad, and that's designed to hold this firmly onto any surface. It's really cool that they've added that sort of feature. It also means should you stack these, if you've got a multi-room application or you want a number of speakers in a space, they're not going to scratch or slide around. Looking at the back, we see where the features really sit. The first and most obvious, of course, is its outputs. It has a 25 watt into 8 ohm amplifier. Now, that's not a big amplifier. This is not going to fill an auditorium with drum and bass. But what it will do, with confidence and precision from a musicality perspective, is fill a medium-sized space like a kitchen, dining, living room, study, something along those lines. The sound quality is superb, and with all of the features built in, it's going to integrate with any of the services that you have around in your home with a wonderful, wonderful sound quality. In between the two binding posts there is where the Wi-Fi aerial sits. Now the unit doesn't have Bluetooth, but it makes up for that by covering off so many of the other streaming that's available, and obviously Chromecast and other things like AirPlay will cover off 90% of what people may require. Beneath it we've got the figure 8 power socket. Now it's a multi-voltage unit, so it will go from 100 to 240 volts, so essentially everything. We've got a couple of buttons associated with resetting the unit and for servicing. And then we've got a USB input at the rear for exactly that as well, software updates and things. You can force it to look for that using the service button. We've got a traditional network socket, and again, if you're using anything of quality from a streaming source perspective like Tidal or MQA or any of these decent things, then please consider fully the option of running a network cable to these devices. The additional stability and the ability to bypass the hazards of setting up Wi-Fi and wireless for streaming means you should really consider it fully. Beside that we've got the MQA logo, and then we've got a 3.5mm auxiliary input, and that's a basic analog input for those that are using this as part of something else, or perhaps plugging in perhaps even a CD player or the output from your television or something like that, so you can utilize it through the speakers as well. Then we've got a subwoofer output, and it's a traditional coax. Now setting this up and utilizing it is via the app, so there's no remote control or anything along those lines. It's a two-way communication. And again, very, very straightforward to make the most out of it using Roon as a controller or AirPlay2 or something along those lines. So, there we have it. The Arcam Solo Uno, a 25 watt streaming amplifier, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.